Don't forget, we are on the final days to order the Prime Welcome to Rebellion shirt. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment. Now let's get into this. Transformers number 22, and look at that cover. My man Starscream laughing at the soldier, so you know something's going down. Not my favorite cover of the 22 issue, but it's pretty good. The issue begins with the aerial bots. Combiner, remember in the last battle, arm was blown off, Slingshot is dead, and the Decepticons are just like dominating. Like the Autobots literally have no offense at this point. He's like, I'm wounded, I must land. There's a crash landing. Everybody's out of power. They are on the brink of losing this entire thing. Optimus Prime just can't even move. Then all of a sudden, a convoy shows up, says, finally, we found him. He goes, we don't mean you no harm, says Wheeljack. And then Dr. Leo comes out and he says, please listen, it's all right. When the robots attacked my hospital, you saw all my patients, people that needed help, and you were there for them. It's time for our turn. You see this guy says, you heard him, Doc. So finally, all the kindness and patience and helping is paid off. The humans are like, these are the good guys. We want to help them. We then get back to Cybertron, where Elita 1 is like, hey, I got a gift for you, Cliff Jumper. I was able to open the portal, but there's a catch. Only one person can go through, and they're not coming back. And so the one person that's going to go through is you. And you look at the face of Elita 1. She's kind of like, hey, I did something good here. It's like, you get everything you wanted. You could help Prime. You can go back there and help Carly. And Cliff Jumper's like, but what about Shredhead? And she's like, he's going to stay here and help us. We haven't had a warrior this powerful in a long time. He's going to help us win the cause. Say your goodbyes. I got to get you through, you know, and that's it. Cliff Jumper and Shredhead embrace. He's like, tell Carly for me. And then you see this Cliff Jumper just flips Shredhead into the portal. He says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And Elita 1's like, what have you done? Look at the anger in her face. Like, why would you do that? He says, if there was an Autobot that can help Prime, it's not me. It's Shredhead. And Elita 1, just another defeat. These leaders are just going through it. She's like, Blue Streak put the traitor in chains. She can't believe what happened. We then get back to Earth, where Wheeljack is looking at Prime and trying to get him fixed up. And he's like, listen, Prime, you gotta rest. And Prime's like, no, man, don't let the humans help. Anytime they help, they get destroyed. He's like, listen, let us do our job. We'll do the best that we can. You helped us. Now let us help you. But I gotta show you something. The Coast Guard found something in the ocean. It is the dead body of Ratchet. He said he was gone when they brought him here. I'm so sorry. And Prime is like, man, I failed you as a leader, Ratchet, my friend. And he's just in mourning. And then Prime just passes out and the Matrix pops out of his chest. It looks like he's about dead. And he's like, man, he could barely function. His spark is going out. And Spike is like, what about the Matrix? He goes, the Matrix hasn't been charged since your dad walked into it. And I think Prime is going to die. Spike goes, listen, I can do this. Just like my father. Let me make you proud. Optimus like, no, don't do this. And he reaches to grab Spike's hand, and Spike touches the Matrix, and something happens. They get transported. Look at their eyes are all glowing and everything. They get transported inside the Matrix, and Prime is back full, and he's like, it can't be. The Hall of the Primes. So this is like where all the ancient leaders go, you know, after their time is up. Optimus Prime is one of the Primes. He was chosen to be the leader. That's why he has this special power, the Matrix inside of him, that gives him the knowledge of the ancestors of the past, a little bit, you know, actually a lot more power to fight the Decepticons or any other foe that comes in their way if you're new to this whole Transformers world. So apparently Spike, having one hand in the Matrix and Prime touching him, transported him to the Hall of Primes. We then get to the Decepticons. Megatron is asking Soundwave if Laserbeak has found them, and he's saying, yeah, like here are the footprints. And Megatron is like, what is this stuff? He picks up like a clump of dirt, you know, and he's like, this is why Prime doesn't win, because he cares more about pathetic creatures than the future of his planet. And Soundwave's like, foolish gesture, you know, and Megatron's just like, he's just thinking out loud. He's like, do not mistake my words, Soundwave. Even I can see how amazing this planet is. Its beauty reminds me of our home, how it used to be. I'm remembering its glory well. And he goes, that's why I was chosen. I was chosen to bring back Cybertron to its glory, and I will do that. And he goes, you know what, Soundwave, call off the search. I want Prime to learn one more lesson before I end him. And that lesson is all hope leads to ruin. At this point, the military was like, they got everybody. They're like, listen, man, we're going in. We're going to fight these robots. You know, they've got Eagle 2, Eagle 5. They got the helicopters. They got the jets. They got the tanks. And as soon as he's like, let's do this for the... And then there Starscream with his fist out. And he's just annihilating the planes, and he's laughing and having a great time. He's got Megatron in gun mode, just blasting all the humans and the military, blasting the ships. They're trying to fight him. Starscream's just like loving this, you know? He's picking on something a lot weaker than him, and he's just dominating and shooting down the jets. Then you see Bruticus. He's stomping on tanks. The military's doing absolutely nothing here. Him and Devastator are still at odds. He's like, man, that's pathetic. I'm on 37 while Bruticus is on like 15. And they're just wrecking the whole town. It doesn't matter when. Then we get back to, I'm guessing, the G.I. Joe base where Carly's being questioned. And they're saying, look, you saw these creatures up close, these robots up close. Your dad was probably the first one to die. Can you tell me anything about what's going on? And she's just giving him a little attitude. You know, she doesn't want to be there. And the general is like, do you see what happened to Tacoma's a wasteland? Seattle's under attack. You need to help us out here. And she's like, what? Protect it like bombing Orca Island, General Flag? Yeah, right. Then we get to Doc, and he sees that Ultra Magnus is being tortured, and he doesn't like what he has to see. He then draws a gun on the person next to him, and he's like, I got to do the right thing. Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you, but I got to do the right thing. He hits the execute button, and Ultra Magnus is freed. You can see the other doctors. They're like, that's not supposed to happen. Ultra Magnus breaks out. He sees Carly. He picks up Doc. There's pandemonium. He grabs them, you know, and like the general's like, stop that robot. And he just books it. He books it out of there. Doc then says, listen, just leave me here. I'm going to face the consequences for what I just did. And he's like, why did you free me? And Doc, being a Christian, says, listen, I was where you were once, a captive, tortured. And Ultra Magnus is like, how did you stand now? How did you do this? And he goes, I have people that need me to keep going. Don't you have anyone like that? Ultra Magnus looks off into the sunset and transforms and says, yes, 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 I do. And rolls out. Oh my gosh. We then get back to Prime, and look at this shot right here. You have Prime, who's like, he's pretty much dead in this world. Spike is unconscious, but he's holding on to Spike's hand while Spike's hand's in the Matrix. And the doctors are trying to figure out what's going on. And Wheeljack's like, I think they're in some kind of dimension, some kind of portal. I'm not sure. But you've got people evacuating the city. Prime is unconscious. And Ultra Magnus is making his way back. He's like, we're making our final stand in Chicago, ladies and gentlemen. And that is the end. Oh my gosh, Ultra Magnus coming back is going to be incredible. Magnus and Prime together, and I gotta say it, if Elita 1 was there, it's gonna be amazing. And what's up with Shredhead? When's he gonna jump in this whole thing? He's the only he's the only Transformer that's like at full capacity. And look at these covers. I love Cover B. I own Cover B. I also own the other one, which is they're not showing it here, but we showed it last week. Like, Cover B's got the boys, man. It's got Megatron, Starscream, Soundwave, the combiners in the back. It's freaking awesome. But some people like all the different covers. Which one is your favorite cover? Are you enjoying this series? We got one more to go, and then we get to transition into something else while we wait for these comics to come out once a month. So get ready for a lot of awesome other things coming to the channel with this universe. Anyway, this is Jay. We'll catch you in the next one.